Don't let me walk to the rock block. Huh?
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl MiaMore, and I'm back with another video, and this is Life of MiaMore. So today I'm gonna bring y'all an NCAT Survival guide. So those who don't know who I am, my name is MiaMore. I'm a senior liberal studies pre-law concentration student at the illustrious North Carolina A&T State University. Big Aggie pride in the comments, all that. So I'm about to bring to y'all an NCAT Survival guide. And I know a lot of people do these videos after their freshman year of college at A&T, and they try to give advice and stuff like that. But I'm a seasoned senior. In about 3 weeks or less than that, I'll be going to my last semester in college. So I think I know all things about A&T, and as from a senior perspective, I did everything. I did the party experience. I did the active on campus, big top organizations. I did the Greek life. So I did the Greek life clearly. So I'm very well versed in this area and this topic I'm about to get in, because I've never seen a video from a senior perspective come in and tell you about like an A&T survival guide, because I've survived. It's one last semester, but I'm gonna get through it. So without further notice, we're gonna get into the video. This video is gonna break down financial aid and scholarships, work, study, on-campus jobs, campus resources, and housing. And as a seasoned Aggie, I'm gonna give it to you straight and give you pointers that people don't really know until you're really an active student at A&T. And first and foremost, I want to say congratulations to all the potential or future Aggies. I know decisions just came out yesterday on Christmas, December 25th. So I'm filming this the next day and getting straight to work, and I'm going to put this video out for all the new Aggies that are potentially coming or still trying to figure out if A&T is their school of choice or their dream school. Get into financial aid and scholarships. And I want to say financial aid is the biggest thing. I feel like when you're just not just deciding A&T, but any school, you want to know if they're giving you the most maximum money, or it's affordable, or how many loans you can take out. So I want to say, first and foremost, financial aid offices at HBCUs are held. First and foremost, so be prepared to put BTA when on the phone with financial aid and scholarships, because they will give you the runaround, and it's a bunch of people that are working in that office who don't want to work there and don't get paid enough. So that contributes to their lackluster energy on the phone, and it's over 14,000 students who are calling about the same thing, and it's maybe 20 employees who are walking in the office. So that's where your patient has to come into. But I also wanted to bring up a point that really, when breaking down your financial aid award, so A&T does this thing where they don't memo money on your bill. So for me, I'm a product of someone who won a lot of outside scholarships, and sometimes the foundations or the scholarship company or whatever, they don't necessarily send that money to A&T before the bill is due. So like the spring of 2025, my last semester, the bill is currently due January 7th. So I have scholarships that I won that will cover that bill, but they might not come till like February or mid-January, past due of the set payment deadline. So therefore, A&T does not memo that account. So say that I'm getting money from Thurgood Marshall College Fund. That's an award for $2,000 for the semester, right? That money might come January 20th, and the bill is due January 7th. Usually A&T would memo it, but they're not going to memo it to reduce my bill. So therefore, people will have to go on payment plans and to basically essentially lock in their classes and to ensure they don't drop their classes. So I think that is a really key component that I don't really like about financial aid, because it's like, you tell students to apply to scholarships, and they apply, and they unfortunately win, and you're still telling them, hey, no, you have to go on a payment plan to ensure your classes are not dropping. It's like some people can't come out of pocket of $400 or $500, however the bill might be, to go on a payment plan. They don't have the money to pay $500 to get on that payment plan for you to therefore refund them 3 weeks for a month into school. So I think that's a key tip of working with financial aid, knowing that they don't memo account. So sometimes your money might not come in when you have won enough scholarship money, but you might have to get on a payment plan just to secure your classes. But luckily they do refunds. But sometimes that can get tricky. You need the money now. But I want to say, working with financial aid is a tough process, and I think that it's imperative for new students and parents to really know what's going on when it comes to financial aid, because I said they will give you the runaround. You need to be very patient but assertive with them to get things done. And also, you need to keep someone under your wing when working in financial services, because if they know you, they like you, they might move the needle a little faster for you. So that's a key tip and pointer there. But I also wanted to say, as we're talking about financial aid, if you do your FAFSA every year, you check the box if you're eligible, you have an EFC of 0, you're able to do work study. So even though you're eligible to do work study, once you come to A&T, you still might not get a work study placement. So my freshman year, I was eligible. I have an EFC of 0. I was eligible to get work study, but still my mom had to advocate for me and call financial aid to really therefore get me placed. And I was probably placed like 2-3 weeks out from the semester starting, and I had work study my freshman year. And then sophomore year, I was eligible to get it, but I did not get placed. So I ended up getting an on-campus job working in the administration building where financial aid is located. So it's located in Dowdy, the first floor, where you have financial aid, treasurer's office, register office. So where you pay your bill, where you see your bill, and where you register, get your transcripts, enrollment things, all on the first floor of the Dowdy, which is the administration building. So as we go back to work study, as junior year, I was still eligible for work study. Nothing has changed in my financial history and my family background, that I still was not able to get a placement. But a lot of financial aid counselors would tell you if you're not placed initially at the beginning of the semester, you can come back after October 1st. And I don't know what that deadline, I feel like it depends on have a lot of people accepted those roles and those who are placed in work study. So you can come back October 1st and see if you can get placed. And fortunately for me, my junior year, I was able to get placed on campus location and had a job. So it also is like, they're going to give you a little, but you have to stay on financial aid and be very persistent of what you want because you're awarded that. So, and then now A&T has a new system where you have to attend workshops and stuff like that and do other little things, attend the workshops, go through the training to therefore be eligible again through the school A&T to do work study and then be placed if there's a demand for you. So that's kind of like covers financial aid and scholarships in like kind of a nutshell, and kind of like the gray areas that you don't really know how to maneuver unless you're a student or a parent of a student at A&T. So that covers work study. So in the light of like doing jobs on campus, so there's different on-campus jobs that you can do. So work study is one that's through financial aid in the federal government, but A&T on-campus jobs is you can work at the student center. So you can be a front desk attendant where they pay like minimum wage or slightly above it, or you can work in the library as tech support, and you don't need to be a like IT computer science major. Is open to all majors. I have a friend who's a bio student who does it. So their student center, you can be front desk attendants. That's like opening study rooms, kind of monitoring the building. That pays. You can work in the game room. So there's so many positions within the student center that you can work at. And you have, like I said, the library. Then you have UEC, the University Event Center. So that's kind of the people who are, doing the mics when there's a event at the auditorium or Corbett. They're kind of running the show of those. So there also has student employees as well. And then you have the gym. So that's the recreational center where the gym is housed. If you're into fitness, kinesiology majors, it's also open to all majors. If that's something you want to do and work at the gym, that's also an option to work. And then Sodexo is a company that runs A&T's like dining halls and all food services on A&T. So you can apply via Sodexo to get placement in one of those like restaurants or dining halls on campus. And then they have the health center, which is where you will, just go for any checkups, STD testing, condoms, everything with sexual health or just health in general. You can go. You can also be a peer facilitator after your freshman year of college. First semester of A&T, you can apply to be a peer facilitator, and that's a paid during the school year job. Also, I wanted to say another thing tie back to financial aid. Make sure you wait if you have student insurance or insurance prior to coming to A&T. Make sure you waive your blue waiver for like health insurance. So like if you don't waive it, that's an extra $2,000 to your bill. So make sure you're being watchful with those emails are coming in, because that can save you $2,000, $2,300, I think at most, maybe $2,500. I'm not sure, in that $2,000 range for insurance. So that's something I wanted to keep as we were talking about the health center. But another thing, so as we're talking about the health center, that's another campus resources I want to get into. So the health center, they have the peer facilitators. They're called Healthy Brothers, Healthy Sisters. So all freshmen are required to take a sexual education workshop class. I think it's like 7 to 8 hours. And it just talks about sexual health, what to expect, everything involving sexual health. And it's led by A&T students. So the health center has resources and massages, anything that's involving your health. You have Murphy Hall services. So Murphy Hall is where you'll find your new student program. So when you go into your new student orientation, the ASLs are leading that. They are under new student programs. You have your counseling services. So if you need to talk to a counselor or a therapist, if anything of that nature, they're located there. And then you have your career services where They host the annual career fairs. They host resume drives. They host anything you need with professional development if you really put your foot to the pedal and get them to work. So career services is all located in Murphy Hall, which is on the south side of campus. And those are kind of your generic student resources. Then you have just different other organizations within the student center that can help you find your community. We want to talk about housing. So housing is a big thing at A&T, and it's like a lot of people don't have housing. A lot of people are just misplaced. But I also want to say that people don't understand how much housing A&T has. So I'm about to tell you that it's just we have overwhelmingly so many students, which is the crazy part. So I'm going to tell y'all all the on-campus living, and it's a lot, and it's also off-campus apartments. So I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna walk y'all through. We're on the south side of campus, the best side of the campus to live your freshman year, nothing after that. So if you know where the A&T 4 statue is, you have Speight Hall, what is an all-girls dorm. It's communal living, but this is personally where I stayed my freshman year. I had a great time. I mean, the communal sucked, but as long as you have some shower shoes and that shower caddy, you'll be good. You make it work. And some cleaning products. They clean the bathrooms Monday through Friday. They don't work on the weekends, but I feel like the sisterhood and the bonds and the friends I made in Morrison was like the best part. Like all my friends to this day are people that I used to hang out in my dorm with freshman year. So I think it's a good dorm. Girls are messy. When I say messy, just meaning like drama wise, but I think that if you're going to stay in an all-girls dorm on campus, I would recommend Speight Hall because they have the bigger double rooms. But, the communal living, they have a kitchen downstairs in the basement, and they also have only one laundry room, but you make it work. So now that we cover Morrison, that's like right off to the side of the A&T 4 in the Dudley building. So right across the street, you have Morrow Hall, which is also an all-girls dorm with doubles and it's communal living. I would not recommend Morrow. It's small, nasty, moving on. And behind Morrow, you have Barbee Hall. So Barbee is a large jail cell-like housing, as everybody know, but it's co-ed. It's 2 janky elevators, 6 floors. And I can't imagine how hectic it is moving in. But only thing I will say, I think it's also like 6 to 8 people in a room. Like that, if it's 8 people, that means it's 2. That means it's 4 doubles. And if it's 6, that means only 2. So yeah, I 10 out of 10 don't recommend Barbee, but I would say this about Barbee. A lot of people talk a lot of ish about Barbee, but they be hanging out in there and having boys and girlfriends in there. Like Barbee, as much as Barbee's old, ran down, it's the hangout spot freshman year. So you have Morrow and then Barbee, and then you have another Vanstory. I almost forgot about Vanstory. You have Vanstory, which is another all-girls dorm. Communal rooms are very small, very, very small. So I'm like, if you're going to emphasize, if you want a big room and you want to live in communal or a single-sex dormitory on campus on the south side, I would go with Morrison. The rooms are much bigger. And if you're on the corner of the hallway, at the end of the hallway, your room is going to be big. It might be bigger than RA's room, at least when I would live there. So Vanstory, 10 out of 10 don't recommend. So those are all the dorms on the south side of campus, if you know. And then you know the gender ratio at A&T is bad because there's hecka all females dorms versus only one boy dorm. So as we go up, they have Holland Hall. That's really right in front of the Holland Bowl where we have social events or anything like flag football, powder puff. And then you have Holland Hall, which is another all-girls dorm. Very small, very nasty, communal living. 10 out of 10 don't recommend. And then you have Curtis Hall, but only perk with Holland is kind of centrally like middle of campus. So you're not too far from the south side. You're not too far from like the student center and the academic quad where mainly some of your classes will be. I would say then you have right beside Holland Hall, to the right of Holland Hall is Curtis Hall, which is another all-girls dorm, communal living as well, very small rooms. Emphasis, Speight has the biggest female dorms that I will recommend. And also, if you're living on the south side of campus, use the Passio Go app, which is the shuttle service on campus. The shuttle service is about $500 to $600 on your bill. So I would advise all freshmen who are living on the south side of campus and you have classes in the academic quad behind the student center to take the shuttle. Utilize the shuttle because you're already paying for it. And there's people who are seniors just like, sorry, my edge is not even swooping. There's seniors who in my class who class of 2025, don't even know how to use the shuttle services. It was a big lifesaver when I got put onto it the spring of my freshman year. So please use the shuttle services. So back to housing options. So now we covered the girls' dorm. Now we're in the middle of campus, right in front of the clock tower. And you have the Aggie villages. So the villages are named after your A&T 4, which is Blair, McNeil are connected, and then Richmond, McCain. Those are the A&T 4. That is basic A&T history. And those are kind of your honors dorms, people who are full ride programs like Dowdy, Cheatham White, Feb 1. They live there. Also, people in the honors college, you know, if you're in the honors college, you have priority housing. So, yes, and you have priority registration as well. So that's kind of, they have double deluxe. They have some single rooms in there. It's really nice in there. It's one of the new modern dorms on campus. And then once we're leaving down, going down the street of the Student Center, you have Hayley Hall, which is really a mini Barbee. It's structured the same, like multiple people in a room, communal. They don't have communal. They have they share a bathroom, but it's two showers on both sides. And then behind Hayley Hall, you have Pride Hall, Pride is one of my favorites. I think I would 10 out of 10 recommend Pride to anyone because Pride has double deluxe and they have singles. So double deluxe, you have suite mates and you share the bathroom with them, but you have your own sink in your bathroom. And then they also have singles. So there's 2 rooms that have singles and you have your own room. And then there's a double deluxe in there and you have a common living area space. And this Pride Hall is also where LLC, I feel like if you're STEM major, a lot of football players as well live in there. And then my all-time favorite, because I lived in Suites E my freshman year. So you have Suites E and F, and Suites E and F is called E and F because they're shaped in the letters of E and F. So I recommend Suites is the best. Like they have double deluxe as well, and there's Jack and Jill, and you have suite mates to share the bathroom. And they had a single. I had a single, and it was the best thing ever. So it's 2 bathrooms on both sides, 2 rooms on both sides. You have your own room, your own closet. Sometimes you can have a wardrobe or just a little, basically a shelf. I love suite, and then you have a big common area when you have a micro fridge and couches, and it's just it's so college where you can just kick up in the dorm and have great conversation with your friends. So I definitely recommend E. So E is literally shaped like an E, and all of the dorms that are on the wall are suites, but everything that's inside of the E are double deluxe. And then F is the same way, it's just E and F. But the one thing I will advise if potential students are watching this or parents, I do know that it's so easy to get in Suites E and F. Students swipe their Aggie when they get in there, but it's just people can catch the door so much that, that can lead to intruders or unwanted people coming into the dorm. So it hasn't been, there's top flight security working there, so they aren't secure in anything, but I know I never had any bad experiences in suites with unwanted guests or anything, but I think that it's just a potential hazard or a potential risk you could see, but nothing is happening. So that is all the on-campus housing, and I feel like that's and we're also, A&T's also building another dorm right behind Noble Hall and around the side of campus where the A&T 4 is off of that street. And I feel like there's so much housing, but there's so many overwhelming students. That's the problem. So that's all on-campus housing. And then you have your own off-campus apartments. You have near the football stadium, you have Aggie Point, Preeminent Point. I feel like I'm missing another one. And then so there's apartments over there. And then on the other side of A&T, you have Collegiate Commons, Sebastian Village, Sebastian Courtyard, Campus Edge, you have Sebastian Place, and University Landing. That's all over 6 campus apartments. So A&T has overwhelmingly housing. There's so many students. So if you're a freshman or you just got into A&T literally yesterday, I would recommend depending on what your NSO is, new student orientation is, how early it is, I would recommend Pride Hall, Aggie Suites E and F, or the Villages if you can. And if you're a girl who wants to be in an all-girls dorm, I will recommend Speight Hall. So that is all for the NCAT Survival Guide. I hope you guys got a lot of gems because I covered a lot of things. And if you have any questions, any comments, or want me to answer any more questions or make another video or anything, please comment down below. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm a senior Aggie and Aggies support Aggies and Aggies do, literally. So if y'all want more content, I'm pushing out all the A&T content going into this next semester, my last semester at the illustrious North Carolina A&T. So I'm doing everything NCAT right now. So I will be coming back with a part 2 for the NCAT Survival thing, all things you need to know about A&T. A part 2, and it's going to tell you about student life, organization, Greek life, and then I'm going to do a part 3 where I'm going to tell you who to party with and who to maintenance with. So stay tuned. If you're a new Aggie, share this video to save an Aggie. NCAT 29 should be up for y'all. Bye.
Taking it all, taking it all, taking it all.